Hello and welcome to our full body HIIT workout. I'm Anthony Lawrence, fitness instructor at CFB Shiloh. I will be your tour guide through today's fantastic exercise experience. Before we get started, there are a few ground rules to address. In light of copyright and trademark restrictions to music, I will not be playing any music on my end, but feel free to play music for yourself where you are. Really help you to liven up the mood, get your energy at a peak level, really try to motivate yourself to the best extent possible so you can have the best exercise experience possible. On my end, you will just hear me breathing, me coaching you, motivating you, providing cues for you, and you hear my shoes squeaking in the process. In addition to that, there's also a disclaimer as we go through today's exercise. So, in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness to Canadian Armed Forces members. By using social media platforms, the virtual fitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness level are unknown, and it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercises presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult a healthcare provider. If a CAF member sustains an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. So the Get Active questionnaire and its reference document are posted in the comments and the description to this video, so you have access to that information. And now that we have covered that, please, to stay up to date with our content on this fitness channel, subscribe to this channel and join us for the fun. All right, follow me. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of this workout. All right, guys, we have 16 exercises. It may seem like a lot, but it isn't. The exercises come fast and furious. 20 seconds of exercise per segment and 10 seconds of rest, all right? So we have 16 exercises, 20 seconds of exercise for each, followed by 10 seconds of rest. In our workout, we will complete 8 exercises, then we take a 1-minute break, and then do the second 8 exercises, another minute break, and that completes 1 full round of our workout. And we will do that a total of 2 times. We have a total of 16 minutes to exercise, and in that time, we have our breaks as allocated. All right, so starting from the top, first exercise is kneeling to standing. So we bring ourselves to the floor. Have some nice, comfortable spacing for yourself here. So you're here on the floor. You can start in a nice, tall posture from kneeling, and you're simply going to bring one foot up, followed by the other one, and you're standing, all right? And then you bring yourself back to kneeling, and then you repeat. Alternate which side you step up with, all right? If you need to, when you're starting from the floor at the knees, you can balance yourself with your free hands and bring yourself up, but by all means, try to challenge yourself the best way possible and go without your hands for as much as possible, all right? After this exercise, we go to the plank shoulder taps, all right? So you're gonna get into a plank position. So, the ultimate position for you to do here is in a quadruped position on all fours in a bear crawl position. So you're gonna be here on all fours, try to get your shoulders over your wrists, hips right over your knees, keeping your shoulders and hips square. You're gonna simply get your knees just off the floor, bouncing on the toes and at the shoulders. You're gonna tap right arm to left shoulder, left arm to right shoulder. Tap, tap, tap. If you feel so inclined, you can tap the knees instead, if you'd rather do that. And if being in this quadruped position here on all fours isn't that comfortable, you can simply extend the legs behind you. So you're now into more of a push-up position. So now here, get the feet a bit wider to increase your base of support. Tap the shoulder, tap, and tap, all right? Now, after this, we get into our bird dogs. So this is helping to address a bit of coordination and stability here. So in your bird dog, back to all fours. What you're gonna do here, again, one arm is gonna move at a time, or one limb, I should say. So, right arm, back. Left arm extended, back. Right leg, back. Left leg, back. Now, in order to really test that coordination, I encourage you to move two limbs at a time. So opposite leg and opposite arm. So move your right leg, right arm, press it straight forward, and at the same time, move the left arm or left leg, press it directly behind, and even come back to the middle, and then reset, move to the other side, and back. So simply extend, extend. All right, so as you do it, think about yourself if you were upright, pressing straight ahead, as if you're reaching a shelf directly overhead, and with the leg, as if you're kicking directly behind you, all right? So, you have that exercise, your third exercise. The fourth, we bring you to Supermans. So, with this exercise, you'll be on your stomach. So from here, bring yourself to your stomach, nice and flat. All you're gonna do, contract those glutes, tighten that core, get your arms in nice and tight to your shoulders. All you're gonna do is press the hips into the floor, extend that low back, pull yourself up, bring the legs and the upper body up, the chest off the floor, and then back to the floor. So big breath in, press into the floor, and back down. It's kind of like you're simulating skydiving at the same time. So while you're here, if you want to keep the arms tucked in to the side, you can. If you want to extend in front here, maybe arm at the hip, extend like you're actually Superman with a cape, and then come back down. If you want to challenge yourself a bit more, what you can do in this 20-second period is simply hover and keep the arms, the hands, and the feet off the ground for the entire 20 seconds. Or even if you come down to the floor, just let the hands and the feet hover. Bring yourself back up, back and forth. All right. From there, we bring ourselves back up to standing posture, and we're getting into some body weight squats. All right, get yourself into a comfortable squatting stance. From here, set the feet. As you set the feet, focus on planting your big toe, your little toe, and your heel to that floor. So if you look at your hand as a reference, be your thumb, your pinky, and your and the base of your palm right here, okay? So you want to press all of that down to the floor. 3 points of contact, pancake. Same thing with the feet, all right? Anchor that to the floor, set the hips as you're here, and simply squat down and up. So as we do that, focus on setting the hips, pushing the butt back a bit, dropping down as if you're sitting into a chair, down, and stand up, all right? After that, we're bringing ourselves back to the floor, and we're doing the push-up. So in this push-up position, from here, arms tucked in to the shoulder, nice and tight to the body, curl the toes up underneath the foot, and all you can do from here, simply press into the floor, bring yourself up, nice and secure frame, tuck that belly button in, back to the floor, and up. If you need to, you can bring yourself to your knees, come to the floor, and press up as well. All right? After that, we bring you to a dead bug. So the dead bug, think of the bird dog, but now you're simply on your back. So for this exercise, come to your back. Now you're gonna get your legs up in the air, hands up in the air. You're gonna simply move the right arm and left leg at the same time, back to the middle, and switch. To the middle, and switch. All right. And just like the bird dog, we always come back to the middle as our reference point, and then we continue from there. All right? Now, we'll get to a side plank next. And with the side plank, since this is our first round through, we pick one side, say our left side, and we plank here. The next time through, we'll go to our right side and plank there. So, you're going to get yourself onto one arm, one forearm, get your shoulder stacked on top of your elbow, all right? Press into the entirety of that arm here, between the elbow to your hand. Get that forearm planted on the ground. Get the hips up, tuck that belly button in. Place your hands where it's comfortable. Could be at the hip, directly on the leg, maybe overhead, extended here at the shoulder. So as you're here, focus on keeping the hips up. Try to get a straight line from the shoulder to hip to the top of the ankle, all right? After that, we have a 1 minute break, our little intermission, all right? Our scheduled rest period. So after that 1 minute, we come back to the squats. But this time, we're testing our explosiveness. We're doing a jump squat. So you can get to a comfortable squat stance again. Now, instead of going to the depth you normally would on a squat, go a little bit less, maybe about halfway. So if you're comfortable going down here for a squat, instead, you're gonna squat maybe to here, okay? Make use of your arms. Simply half squat, use the arms like a pendulum, jump up, back down, all right? Arms swing up and down, okay? From the side, accept that spring, jump up and down. You're gonna coil yourself, anticipate all that energy, store all that energy, use arms, explode up, okay? After that, we're getting into some inchworms. So with this, starting up nice and tall, from here, simply reach your hands down to the floor, to your feet, then walk them out as far as it's comfortable. Woohoo, still see me? All right, and from here, bring yourself back in reverse, standing up nice and tall, and then repeat, all right? Walk yourself out as far as it's comfortable, bring yourself back up, standing nice and tall. All right, from there, we're gonna get into some lunges, okay? So for our lunges, simply, you're gonna take either a step forward and lunge like this, or you can simply take a step back, drop that back knee, and switch, or in one place, simply lunge up and down in a static or stationary lunge. So here, pick one spot, do a few repetitions here, down and up, switch sides, down, up. Try to keep the chest up as proud as possible. Keeping that front foot as flat and in contact, appreciating the floor as much as possible too. All right, after that, I'm gonna bring yourself back to the floor. We're gonna do some lying heel touches. So from here, what you're gonna do, on your back, you're gonna pull the legs up underneath you as close as is comfortable. From here, try to get your hands flat to the floor. You're gonna simply slide and rotate one side at a time. So try to get that hand close to the heel. Touch it if you can. If not, just try to rotate and reach as close as you can to it. So side to side, back and forth. So with this, it really helps with the foot being as far back as possible, okay? If that side to side action isn't as comfortable for you, you can simply turn that into a crunch if you want. So from here, you can simply turn that into half of a sit-up essentially, crunch from here, or if you want, bring yourself up, sit up, crunch to the side, or directly up and down. All right, after that, we get into some more exciting things. So we're into our burpees now, okay? So for our burpees, straightforward, similar to your inchworm, but just a lot faster, all right? get down to that position very explosively. So from here, standing up nice and tall, bring yourself out to your push-up plank. Simply bring your chest to the floor, push up, jump up, repeat, and jump. If you don't want to use all of those steps, you don't feel as comfortable with that yet, simply take yourself down to the floor, into your push-up, your high plank, and then from here, either walk your feet up, stand or jump up, or from this high plank, this push-up, you can now jump forward, stand up, all right? You have a few modifications to utilize there. Make sure you utilize something that you can manage well, but at the same time still helps you to push your fitness. All right, after the burpees, we're going to mountain climbers. So mountain climbers, we're back to that quadruped, that bear crawl position. So from here, back on all fours. What you can do here, as you get your knees off the floor, you simply drive the knees up to the hands. As you're here, you're just driving them straight forward and back. What you can do if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can now bring them across your body. So bring them to the opposite side. All right, so you have some variations there. Now, after your mountain climbers, we get you back on your feet. Because why else would you want to be back on your feet? Doing some jumping jacks. So, as you do jumping jacks, feet out nice and wide, arms out wide and high. You can high five them together. So again, from the middle, up and down, up and down. All right? If you want to jazz it up a bit, you can take your arms, bring them into the middle as you do your seal jacks instead. If you want, you can take it up a little bit further and you can just simply through the legs, star jump. Add some pizzazz, have fun with it, okay? After the jumping jacks, we go to a regular plank. So in this plank, either bring yourself here to a high plank in your push-up, arms extended, or you can bring yourself down to the forearms here, trying to keep the shoulders over top of the elbows, tuck in that belly button again, slow down the breathing. And then we're back to our minute rest. And we start from the top again, all right? So, get yourself nice and loose. Make sure you have a lot of space to yourself. This is a full body workout. If you feel the need, add some extra resistance to it. If you have some kettlebells you want to use for your squats, if you have dumbbells at the same time you want to utilize, if you have a weighted vest, if you have a backpack, utilize any variations necessary to help you push your fitness and to help you maximize what you get out of today's fitness experience. All right, so as we get started, I'm gonna get through a warm-up and then we'll get right into our workout, okay? So, as you warm up today, since it is very much an explosive workout, we're gonna get you up and moving, get you up and going, sweating a bit. We're gonna start from the ground up to warm your body up. So, we'll start off with your ankles, all right, and your calves, get you into your push-up position. One foot is gonna be on the toes. One foot is going to be more or less at the top of the foot, and you're going to rock it back and forth, back and forth. It might remind you of some of those 80s aerobics videos, minus the leg warmers. Still just as fantastic. All right. 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Back to your feet. Now, as we're here, we want to warm up the rest of our legs as well. So we'll get into your ankles. From here, warm up the ankles a bit more dynamically. Start up on the toes. Do some 5 circles going to the inside. If you need to get a few more rotations in there to feel loose, to feel confident, take that time. And then you go 5 circles moving to the outside. All right, once you're comfortable there, switch to the other foot. Again, 5 circles to the inside, keeping the foot on the toes, gently rotating, and then 5 to the outside, or more repetitions as you need to loosen up. All right, next up, we're gonna get our hamstrings involved a bit more. So from here, we're going to stretch one leg forward, sweep to the floor, and switch legs. One leg out straight, sweep, and back. One arm if you want to sweep. Now, if you think about bowling, that might be that right there. Lawn bowling, right down the lane. For a strike maybe. All right, and next up, we'll get these legs firing a bit more. Hamstrings, get the heels up. So walking, bring those heels up nice and high. There we go. Just keep moving, keep bringing them up. Now as you're here, get into a light jog. Bring those legs up a little bit more. All right, slow it down. Next up, we're gonna wake up a bit of your hip flexor and your knees. So, as we're here, hug one knee to the chest for a second or two, let it go. Switch to the other leg, hug it in, nice and tight, let it go. Switch sides. It's almost a bear hug of sorts for your leg. All right, let's relax it there. Next up, we want to wake up your squat pattern. So from here, get you in a nice comfortable squat position. Open up at the hips. Again, from here, you're going to reach down to your toes. Open up at the hips, squat down, back to the toes, stand up. So toes, squat, toes, stand. 2 more times. Toes, squat, toes, stand. And 1 time from the side. Toes, squat, toes, and stand. All right, shake out those legs a little bit more if you need to. So start to feel the juices flowing. Feel a little bit more limber right now. All right, now we're gonna wake up your lunge pattern. So simply, we're gonna take a step forward and a step back. So step forward, lunge, drop that back leg back behind you as straight as you can down to the floor. Step up, and then we switch and step backwards. All right, switch sides, take a step forward, and take a step back. And then 1 more time on either side, stepping forward, stepping back, and again, forward. Try to keep that chest up as much as you can, and back. Even if you find yourself pitching forward a bit in your squat or your lunge, the focus is keeping a neutral spine as much as possible. So even if you are leaning forward a bit, try to focus on keeping the neutral spine. So if you have to pull your shoulders back a bit to secure that frame, really secure, tuck in the belly button, tighten the core, secure your frame, and then move your body from there. Okay. Right now, let's get our upper body into this nice and wide sweep across the chest. Alternate which arm is on top. Try to high five or tap those shoulder blades. All right, loosen up a bit more. Right now from here, simply sweep the arm straight up and down like you're doing the wave. All by yourself, but if you have more people where you are, then it's like a crowd. All right. Now get the arms out nice and wide. Start with forward arm circles. Start small, gradually getting wider, wider, at a comfortable pace. Slow it down once you're ready. And I will take it backwards. Again, starting wide, slowly reversing here, slowly getting wider, building that confidence, building the comfort factor in with this movement. And you can relax there. All right, so again, this is a full body workout. By all means, add extra resistance as you need. As we go through this workout, I will cue you as to what exercise is coming up next, how much time is left in each exercise, where the appropriate rest periods are, but as also where you are in your fitness. Make sure you take breaks and you progress or regress, advance or rescind your workout based on what you can currently manage and what works best for your fitness at this time. But whatever you do, keep a smile on that face, keep pushing, we're gonna have fun together. So for me, I have a timer that I'm gonna utilize. Make sure you have some water handy. Take breaks as you need to grab some water. At the same time, have a decent amount of floor space to yourself. So I'll give you a few more moments here. Collect your anticipation. We're gonna have fun together, all right? So again, it is 20 seconds of exercise, 10 seconds rest, 16 exercises, 2 total rounds, and we're gonna have fun. So remember, every 4 minutes, we take a 1 minute break, okay? So that 4 minutes will be 8 exercises in there. It'll seem like a lot, but it isn't, all right? It's all about getting up, getting moving, staying positive. We're gonna keep it going, okay? So, from the top, we have our kneeling to standing, and we will begin that. Get yourself into position here, and I'm gonna get my timer going. So let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, kneel to stand. So bring yourself up kneeling. In the kneeling position, stand up. So try to take your arms out of the equation. If you don't need them to balance yourself, then don't use them. All right, and let's rest for 10 seconds. Next up, we have our plank shoulder taps. All right, 5 seconds. And let's begin. Tap away. So if you need to, widen your base of support, widen your legs. Try not to shift the hips too much. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. All right, onto all fours. Your bird dog is next. And let's begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So push the arm straight in front, push the leg straight behind you. Three, 2, 1, let's rest. So we got our Supermans up next, so that back extension. So to your stomach, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Extend and back down. So nice big breath in as you pull yourself up. Three, 2, 1, let's rest. Get you onto your feet. We have our squats up next. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So squat, let's move at a pace. Whew, there goes my knee. Work at a pace that is comfortable for you, that you can manage. If you have music, 3, 2, 1, let's rest. If you have music, go to the pace of your music. Move and breathe at about the same pace. Push-ups. Let's begin. Nice and controlled. Let's rest. We We got your dead bugs next. So onto your back, legs and arms up, and let's go. Always come back to the middle. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. We have our side plank up next. Pick a side, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Get nice and comfortable, put a smile on that face. After this, we get to rest for a minute. Woohoo! 3, 2, 1, let's rest. All right. So, once we hit that 4-minute barrier right here, all right, we have 1 minute to rest. So, this is your dedicated walk around, stay loose, stay hydrated break. Focus on what's coming up next. So, the first half of the round, preparing us for the more explosive side of this second half, all right? So, the following 4 minutes will be the more explosive side of things, but we prepared ourselves for that, we built the anticipation, and we're gonna enjoy it. So follow with me, we're gonna have a good time. So 20 seconds, we start with our jumping squats. So our jump squats. All right, 10 seconds and we start. Focus on that breathing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's keep the energy high. Let's rest. We have our inchworms up next. Standing nice and tall. 3, 2, 1. Let's walk it out. Move like an inchworm on the tree branch. Let's rest. We have our lunges up next. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's lunge. Take a step forward. If you want, take a step back. Whew. Find that balance. 5 seconds. 3, 1. Let's rest. Back to the floor. Your lying heel touches. And let's begin. Don't forget to breathe. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. Got burpees next. Whew. And let's go. Whew. And let's rest. All right, mountain climbers up next. Back onto all fours. And let's go. Five seconds. Let's rest. Standing to your feet. Jumping jacks next. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Arms out, nice and wide, nice and high. 3, 2, 1, rest. We got our plank, forearm or arms extended. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So remember, secure that frame, tuck in the belly button, focus on the breathing. 5 seconds. And let's rest. Whew. Whew. All right, so how we feel? That is round 1 complete. 1 round to go. All right, so again, from the top will be our kneeling to standing, then to our shoulder taps. And I'll remind you of the different variations as we go along. You can change it up, jazz it up, build the excitement a bit more, have some more fun with it. So again, right now, inside of our next 40 seconds, 35 seconds to be exact, have some more water. Reward yourself. Always find a way to treat yourself every day. Water is a good option. A great option. An excellent option. All right, from the top, kneeling to standing. All right, so 10 seconds. Bring yourself kneeling, and let's begin. Kneeling, and you stand. Back down. All right, this may not be difficult to you, but trust me, this is often overlooked and may be fairly challenging to some people. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. All right, we have our plank, shoulder taps. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Three, 2, 1, let's rest. So, still on all fours, we're doing our bird dog. And let's begin. So opposite arm, you can even tuck in that knee to the elbow and back out. Let's rest. Going to your stomach next for your Supermans. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Big breathing here, big breath in. You can always just hold this little skydiving simulation pose if you want. Squeeze the glutes, press the hips into the floor, and let's rest. Next up, you have your squats. 3, 2, 1, and let's squat. Because when in doubt, we squat it out. So again, if you got music bumping, try to move at the same pace as your music. Give you another challenge. And let's rest. Next, we have our push-ups. 3, 2, 1, let's go. There go my glasses. Let's rest. We have our dead bugs next. Onto your back, and let's go. Three, two, one. Let's rest. Now, to our side plank. So, the other side. And let's go. Get nice and comfortable here. Feels good, doesn't it? 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. So, we got a 1 minute break. Again, get some water, regain a bit more energy, get excited for the last half, the final half of this final round. Whew. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, so just over 30 seconds to go. So again, back to our explosive side of things. At our jump squats to begin, then our inchworms, then our lunges, and then our lying heel touches. All right, 15 seconds, let's get ready. Starting from the jump squats, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you're like me, I'm just spending time gathering myself and going back up. You can minimize the time on the floor and simply bounce up and down. Let's rest. Next up, our inchworms walking, those hands out. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's rest. So, lunges are up next. Alternate, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's lunge. Again, you can reverse. Let's rest. Got your lying heel touches. And let's go. Three, 2, 1, let's rest. Got your burpees next. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ooh, there go glasses. Let's rest. Mountain climbers up next. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Three, 2, 1. Whew. Back on our feet. Jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, jazz it up. Let's go. Let's rest. One more. Our plank. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Final part here. Let's dig in a bit more. Tuck in that belly button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. Whew. Oh yeah. How's it feel? Hey, we're here. The entire journey, we're climbing, we're moving through the valleys, climbing up the mountainside. We're at the peak now. It feels good. It looks good. Celebrate. All right, so get to your feet. Keep moving around. Have some water. Like I said before, always find a way to reward yourself every day. And water is an excellent start. All right. So, as we're cooling down here, slowly getting our heart rate back down, just take some big, relaxed, and composed breaths here. So big breath in, big breath out. Let's keep repeating that. Let's keep moving at your own pace with that, slowing down your breathing as you go along. As we're here, let's start to get into our cool down stretching. Excuse me. So, bring one arm out, cross the chest. If you find yourself really tense, shoulders might be up a bit, take a big breath in, and relax, and drop those shoulders. Pull that elbow in nice and tight to your chest, to your body, and relax from the shoulders. Almost like you're trying to let that arm fall asleep. And let's relax. Switch to the other side. So again, this workout was just helping us to assess our ability and our tenacity with getting up, getting going, just seeing how we're feeling with that. We're just trying to continue to maintain and build upon our independence as we go along, as we enjoy every day, as we get creative with our workouts at home, at work, wherever you may be. Let's relax. Now bring one arm behind the head. Press the elbow down. So this workout was a full body workout. And again, like I mentioned before, you can add a variety of methods of altering resistance to challenge yourself a bit more. But with this, the purpose was just a full body workout. At the same time, if you feel so inclined, utilize that weight belt, sorry, not the weight belt, the weight vest, the backpack, kettlebell, dumbbell. Let's relax. Maybe you have someone you want to hold. Maybe you have a child. Maybe you have a brother, sister, family member. You just want to hold them, put them on your shoulder. Extra resistance, it all works. Get some furniture, same kind of thing. Let's go to the other arm. Again, pressing that arm down, the elbow down behind the head. Try to get that bicep in to the ear. If comfortable, you can get it beside or behind the head. Try to relax that shoulder. All right, let's relax those arms. Start to feel a bit more composed now, a bit more relaxed. Let's bring yourselves down to the floor. Ooh, oh yeah. So now, from here, what we're gonna do is wake up, or I should say, stretch out your quads. So from here, bring you to your side. You're gonna pull that top leg from the foot, pull it behind you. As you're here, press the hips forward a bit, try to get the heel in toward your butt. Strike a pose while you're at it. Just try to finesse life. And as you're here, pressing those hips forward, press the top of that foot into your hand. And we can relax, switch to the other side. So keep pressing the top of the foot into the hand and pressing the hips forward at the same time. You only want moderate tension, so tension that you can manage, but no tension that feels as if you're going to be placing yourself in a lot of pain or potential injury. Just relax. Whew. Now, bring you half kneeling position here. Like our lunge, like you're tying your shoe. Now with this front leg, stretch it. Keep a soft bend to that front knee. Pull the toes back to the shin on their own. And as you're comfortable, keep a neutral spine and just hinge forward at the hips, reaching toward that front foot at the toes. If you can reach the toes and pull them back more, gently pull on those toes. If you find it tough to keep your shoulders from rounding or to keep your back straight, simply keep the arms up on, the hands up on the thigh, and then focus on gently hinging a bit more from there, actively pulling those toes back to the shin on their own. Start to feel the bulk of the stretch here in your bicep femoris. Switch to your other side. Outstretched leg, slight bend in that knee, hinge forward, reach forward to that foot again. Start to feel a bit more relaxed now. Doesn't feel too bad anymore, does it? The stress of the workout is done. Now we can enjoy what remains, the relaxation, the R&R. Exercise paradise, as it is. Let's relax there. Bring ourselves back sitting. As we're here, we're going to cross one leg over the other. Now we're going to hug that knee in to our body and then turn in toward that knee. Since I have my right knee up, I'm turning to the right side. Try to sit up as tall as possible, as tall as is comfortable. If you need to, bring your outside arm to the outside of that knee that's standing tall. Get some more leverage, and then turn from there, bouncing on that trailing arm. Just relax. Switch to our other side. Again, crossing one leg over the other. All right. Our breathing should be under better control now than it was when we just finished exercising. So feeling a lot more comfortable here. Gently trying to turn and move a bit more, a bit deeper into each stretch as we go along. Still focusing on our breathing as always. Let's relax. Now from here, get you onto your stomach. What we're gonna do from here, arms tucked in to your side like a push-up. Simply big breath in, press straight into the floor, press those hips into the floor, get those legs into the floor, uncurl those toes, If this isn't comfortable here, as you're in your cobra position, your back extension, simply bring yourself to the forearms, and then if it's comfortable, you start to gently press up from here on the forearm. And for those who are here with arms extended, if you need a bit more of a challenge, curl those toes back up under the feet and simply pop the knees off the floor. So you're gonna hover here a little bit. And bring yourself back to all fours. Relax there a bit. Last stretch we'll do here is for your calves. So bring you to your push-up position, your push-up plank. So from here, nice and tall, take one foot, cross it over the other, hit the ankle, start in a calf raise, up on the toes, slowly drop that heel to the floor. You're in a downward dog, so press the hands firmly into the floor, push the hips and the butt back and up to the ceiling, to the sky. Relax through those shoulders. Feel that stretch going through the calf. Now you can relax. We'll switch sides. So again, it's your push-up onto your other foot, crossing at the ankle, from calf raise to slowly pressing that heel to the floor. Just press that heel as far down as comfortable. And let's relax. So that brings us to the end of our exercise here together today. Thank you for joining me on this exercise experience. Feel free to subscribe to this channel to stay as up to date as possible with our fitness content. If you liked the video, hit that like button on this video. Leave us some feedback by dropping a comment. At the same time, you can share this video, this channel with your family, your friends, your community. As always, stay safe. Until next time, take care.